Welcome to Med in 5. The goal of our channel is to simplify medical concepts and help you understand them at kangaroo speed. This episode breaks down the cell membrane, the cell's gatekeeper. Give these cues a shot before we dive in. What lipid is the main component of the cell membrane? What's the specialized plasma membrane of skeletal muscle cells called? What cell connections let ions pass from one cell to another? Let's launch. The cell membrane, aka the plasma membrane or plasmalemma, is a thin, flexible boundary that surrounds all cells, separating the internal environment from the outside. It manages what enters and leaves the cell, allowing nutrients in and waste out, while maintaining internal stability. Its basic design is consistent, but its composition and surface features can vary depending on the cell's function and specialization. The cell membrane is primarily made up of lipids, mostly phospholipids. These molecules form a bilayer because they're amphipathic, meaning they have a water-loving head and water-fearing tails. In an aqueous environment, phospholipids spontaneously arrange themselves so the heads face the watery extracellular fluid and cytosol, while the tails avoid water and face inward toward each other, creating two opposing layers. This structure is energetically favorable and self-assembling, and it allows the membrane to form a continuous, flexible barrier that can enclose the cell. The bilayer also creates a hydrophobic core, which is essential for selective permeability and for embedding proteins and cholesterol that regulate transport and stability. Cholesterol is embedded within this bilayer, where it regulates membrane fluidity by preventing it from becoming too rigid in cold conditions or too fluid in heat, ensuring stability. Glycolipids, located on the outer surface, carry carbohydrate chains that function as identity markers, allowing cells to recognize each other and participate in cell signaling and communication. Membrane proteins are either integral, embedded in and often spanning the bilayer as transmembrane proteins, or peripheral, loosely attached to the membrane surface. Membrane proteins perform key functions. Channels and transporters control substance movement. Receptors detect signals from outside the cell. Enzymes, such as disaccharidases that digest sugars at the intestinal membrane, catalyze reactions. Anchor proteins connect the membrane to the cytoskeleton for structural support and cell shape. Carbohydrates on the cell membrane are mainly attached to proteins and lipids, which form the sugar-rich layer called Glycocalyx on the outer surface. This layer protects the cell, helps with cell-to-cell recognition, and mediates communication. As key examples, ABO blood group antigens on red blood cells are carbohydrate-based identity markers found in the glycocalyx. The fluid Mosaic model describes the cell membrane as a dynamic structure where lipids and proteins move within the flexible phospholipid bilayer. Components can shift laterally, allowing membrane fluidity and adaptability. The membrane also enables vesicle transport. Endocytosis brings substances into the cell, while exocytosis releases materials out for secretion or signaling. Cell membranes can be modified into surface specializations and junctions, depending on function and location. Surface specializations include microvilli, which are found in intestinal and kidney epithelial cells and increase surface area for absorption. Cilia are found in the respiratory tract epithelium and move mucus along the surface. Stereocilia are found in the epididymis and inner ear and aid in absorption and sensing movement. Cell junctions connect cells or anchor them to surrounding structures. Tight junctions seal cells to prevent leakage. Adherens junctions link actin filaments for structural support. Desmosomes provide strong mechanical glue points. Hemidesmosomes anchor cells to the basement membrane. Gap junctions allow direct ion and signal exchange between adjacent cells. Certain cells have specialized membranes adapted for their function. The axonlemma of neurons conducts action potentials along the axon for rapid signal transmission. The sarcolemma in muscle cells conducts depolarization that triggers contraction. The neurolemma in the peripheral nervous system supports and enables axon regeneration after injury. Let's review. What lipid is the main component of the cell membrane? Answer: phospholipids. What's the specialized plasma membrane of skeletal muscle cells called? Answer: sarcolemma. What cell connections let ions pass from one cell to another? Answer: gap junctions. 0 errors. You're crushing it. Found this useful? Help us grow by pressing like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching Med in 5.